On Monday, two demographers presented their projections for enrollment growth to the Lower Merion School Board. Here is my report. Ricky reports here in the District Administration Building, where a meeting just finished up, where it was revealed that over the next 9 years, it's projected that Harriton High School is going to gain over 350 students. Enrollment growth. It's been the issue on top of the minds of the Lower Merion School Board since enrollment began rising dramatically a little under a decade ago. What's caused this influx in students? Well, since the recession in 2008, private school enrollment has gone down. More students have moved into existing apartment and rental units, and overall, the quality of education in the district has brought in more families.
Now they're coming because of the way the housing market is shaped and problems in Philadelphia and people trying to get into a better district.
That is essentially what has happened over the past few years as enrollment has exceeded projections, reaching record numbers. In fact, last year, enrollment reached 8,300 students in the district for the first time since 1973, and back then there were more schools in the district to handle that enrollment. Since 2008, enrollment has gone up by over 1,500 students. These additional students have pushed the capacity in Lower Merion schools to their limit, leading to redistricting and millions of dollars in capacity expansions at the elementary and middle schools. That is what has led us to today. It was revealed at the meeting on Monday that while enrollment is expected to rise, it won't rise nearly as dramatically as it did in the past few years, especially at the elementary school level.
Overall, your elementary schools are near their peak. You probably will see a more stabilized environment.
That still leaves the large amount of students who are at the elementary schools.
The bumps in the elementary school hit the middle school, and then you see growth there, and then you see growth a couple years later at the high school. Growth overall will continue with no doubt. There are still many large grades in the district. They're going to be causing growth pressures in your upper schools. Growth hits the high schools the hardest, almost 700 students added.
In 9 years, today's second grade class will be high school juniors. That is when enrollment is expected to peak at Harriton High School. Currently, the enrollment at Harriton is 1,230 students. As the years go by, that number is projected to grow to 1,589 students by 2025, an increase of over 350 students. Here's why that's important. Harriton was built to have an ideal or functional capacity of 1,367 students. We are projected to blow past that number in 4 years when the number reaches 1,403 students. If projections prove true, then Harriton will in 9 years have 359 more students than it was designed to handle. Now, it is important to note that Harriton can physically hold 1,800 students. But that isn't something the district is likely to let happen, as they believe that would decrease the quality of education. As I reported in 2014, the district has faced this same issue of increased enrollment at Harriton. Now back then, the issue was temporarily solved by making the school choice zone larger, allowing more students to go to Lower Merion versus Harriton, as Lower Merion can hold some classes in the Lower Merion School District Administration Building. Making the choice zone larger, once again, isn't something currently on the table. Before it was decided to expand the choice zone, one of the options the district was considering was building more classrooms at Harriton, which is something they're looking at today. Specifically, when the idea to add more classrooms at Harriton was looked at, the plan was to extend the history, foreign language, and math hallways toward the locker rooms, giving the school 10 more classrooms, 4 of which being science classrooms. At that time, Harriton was expected to reach 1,628 students. Now the projections are down around 40 students. So if you do the math, Harriton now needs 8 additional classrooms, going off the equation used in 2013. That does not, however, mean that construction is certain. There are options. Reporting for Harriton High School Television from the Lower Merion School District Administration Building, I am Ricky Reports. Stay informed, Harriton. I would like to mention that this information is only from one projection presented at the meeting. Mr. Weinstein was scheduled to speak at the meeting, but due to time constraints, his appearance was cut. He did tell me, though, after the meeting that he was planning on presenting the board a few options regarding Harriton. They included doing nothing, turning general ed classrooms into science classrooms, constructing temporary classrooms, and building permanent classrooms.